Today we are going to be discussing the revolts in Paris and in the provinces. During this time, the Great Famine occurred. These events led to the Great Fear. The Great Fear was rumors that pretty much scared all the peasants. Also, the moderate reforms set an end to privileges for nobles and their limits. This also led to the Declaration of the Rights of Man, also the Bread March on October 5th. In addition, the National Assembly led to a reorganization of the church. Also, during this time, the Constitution of 1791 occurred. The reaction of outside of France was dealt with widespread fears and threats from abroad. Lastly, we will be discussing the wars, and especially the war on tyranny. Now to you, Sean.
Here is special coverage on an interview that I did with a peasant on the Great Fear. This just in. French peasants unleashed a rage of fury on nobles who tried to reimpose medieval dues during what has been said to be the worst famine in the history of all famines.
Yeah, they deserved it.
What instigated this attack, peasant?
Rumors were spreading like wildfire about attacks on our villages. Our towns spread panic as this came about. Other rumors asserted that government troops were seizing our crops. We revolted because we were afraid of the revolution. We were afraid if the revolution ended, the king would punish us for attacking the homes of nobles and stealing grain.
What did you do to these nobles, peasant?
Well, as they sat back and relaxed eating their breads and such, we set fire to old manor records and stole grain from storehouses.
Why were the wealthy nobles so deserving of this attack, peasant?
The nobles were deserving of this attack because they sat on their butts doing nothing! Us peasants worked persistently at hard labor, and we were starving.
What a story!
Yeah. What's it to you?
Jade, back to you.
Here's Sadie with a report on the ending of special privileges.
At 2 a.m. this morning on August 4th, there was an announcement about the proud and weary delegates. The President of Assembly says,
"We may view this moment as the dawn of a new revolution, when all the burdens weighing on the people were abolished, and France was truly reborn."
Many people noted that what the nobles lost wasn't much from what they had already lost. This National Assembly turned reforms into laws. This also met a key in the Enlightenment goal, which then turned the equality of all citizens before the law.
Here's Tabby with a report on the Declaration on the Rights of Men.
Live from the signing of the Declaration on the Rights of Man. This document states that all men are born and remain free and equal in rights. Some natural rights are liberty, property, and security, and resistance to oppression. All male citizens are equal and have freedom of religion. Even though these changes are good, they weren't fulfilling the peasants' needs, which includes foods and jobs. Their main priority is survival, not equal rights and natural rights.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Stelladora. The amazing Stelladora breadsticks. Nothing makes a meal more special like Stelladora breadsticks. We're auctioning these off May 25th, 2 o'clock, 1790. It will go to one of you lucky peasants in the world, or in just Europe. $85 a ticket. Be there or be square. Hello. Sean Larson here at the Women's Bread March. We have news that they say the women are walking from Paris to the palace at Versailles. Hello. Who are you again?
I'm on the bread march!
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. What's your name?
Jade!
Sean Larson here with Jade on the Women's Bread March. Jade, how are you today?
Kind of angry!
And why is that, young lady?
Well, Miss Antoinette is just making us all mad. Ever since she married that dumb Louis guy, she's worse than she already was. I mean, a poor peasant just asked for a piece of bread and she said, just go have some cake!
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear about that. She sounds like a real lunatic. Now, where are you marching to and why are you marching?
We're going to the Palace of Versailles to bring Louis and Marie Antoinette back to Paris. We demand to see the king and we won't stop until he agrees to come back to Paris with us.
Well, good luck with that. But why did you say that you were on the bread march? What does bread have to do with this?
The price of bread is through the roof. We need bread to eat and we can't afford it anymore. Also, there's not enough to go around for the rest of us, so we thought that the king and his family has something to do with this, so we're going to bring them to Paris.
Well, I hope you guys pull through this. Any last words before we go?
Yes, once the king is back, we won't have to go so far when we want to see the king.
Well, she told us. Tabby, back to you.
Now I have special coverage on the Civil Constitution Report. Live from the signing of the Civil Constitution. Today is July 12, 1970, and we are live from Paris after the National Assembly has signed the Civil Constitution. As the National Assembly attempts to solve the financial crisis in France, the Assembly has decided on a way to pay off large government debts. The National Assembly has voted to take over and sell church lands. The French Catholic Church had a large amount of land that it acquired during the medieval era. So, the National Assembly took away some land and also took control of the entire French Catholic Church. Now the French Catholic Church is officially under state control. The Civil Constitution ended papal authority and religious groups as well. Many bishops and priests are angry about these changes and are refusing to accept or follow the Civil Constitution. However, the government is punishing the clergy who don't abide by the new changes. In addition to the clergy's disapproval of the end of papal authority, large numbers of French peasants disagree as well. They are beginning to revolt against the government because they are not being fulfilled with their needs, foods, and jobs. How a huge disagreement has opened between the National Assembly and the peasants.
We'll be right back. The weather outside is pretty, cloudy, and oh my god, the mustard! It's raining mustard! Oh my god! Woo!
Mustard on breadsticks. Mustard, 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 mustard all the way. Mustard, 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 that's all I have to say.
Here's Sadie with the Constitution of 1791 report.
Live from the signing of the Constitution of 1791. Today, the National Assembly has signed the Constitution of 1791 to define republican ideas in France. Instead of one monarch, the people want to elect representatives. The French are tired of the high-ranked nobles making all of the decisions that may or may not pertain to the middle class. The nobles are not considering the middle and lower classes' needs. Therefore, the French want to begin a republican government so they can elect representatives who are best fit to govern the people.
Hey, wait, I need to interview you. Stop walking right now. Sean here with the,
Just call us the emigres.
How come?
Because we moved from our country. Emigre means to move or migrate.
Now where are you guys coming from?
France.
Oh, and, why did you leave?
We left for better protection and safety for our family.
What happened to you guys?
Well, our manor and family were in danger. We need to move here so we can live.
Oh, so you guys are nobles, huh?
Yes, we are. And who are you?
Don't worry about that. Now, who are you in danger from?
We are in danger from the peasants. They don't want us around anymore. I saw some peasants attacking the people that live near us. We are mad. They are mad because we have money and food and they don't.
I see. Now, where are you guys planning on going?
We're not sure yet, but somewhere away from the peasants. The peasant revolts are starting.
Okay, well, I have to leave. Good luck to you guys. Tabby, back to you.
Here's Sadie on a War of Tyranny report.
Live from the battlefield between the French revolutionaries and the European monarchs.
You want to go?
Recently, war has been declared between the French and Europeans. It is believed to have been caused by the sans-culottes' actions last year in 1791. They called for action and demanded a republican government. The sans-culottes gained support from the Jacobins and used pamphleteers and newspaper editors to spread the ideas of a republican government. Here's a clip from last year's event.
Hey, you! Come here!
Yeah, you. We need a Republican government.
Yeah!
Let's get rid of the king and we need representatives. Take a paper.
Yeah!
Now, on this day of April 1792, war has begun between the French revolutionaries and the European monarchs. The French want a republic, while the Europeans do not want any change at all. As a result, the Legislative Assembly has declared war on Austria, Prussia, and Britain to spread the ideas of a republican government. Here's King Louis XVI's editorial.
Reflecting upon the revolutionary changes in France, beginning with the Great Fear, I, King Louis XVI, became angry when the nobles chose to be selfish and not share what they had with the peasants who worked for them, because that caused a peasant revolution. I was in fear of losing power and angry because I was slowly losing control. When the President of the National Assembly announced that feudalism was abolished, this was a sudden recognition that the peasants had obtained keen enlightenment in which the equality of all citizens is put before the law. This further applied natural rights, in my opinion. The Declaration declared that people were born and to remain free in equal rights, rights to liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression. When the women marched on Versailles, they targeted the Queen, Marie Antoinette. I believe that this mishap could have been completely preventable, seeing as if we were all created equal. With equal rights, we should have all had equal rights to food, and famine would have not been an issue. I am infuriated with the results of this mishap. When the woman abducted me and brought me back to Paris, the woman held me as a virtual prisoner there for 3 years. No! Please! No! Oh, Mommy! Oh, Marie!
What?
Take your foot back in!
Who are you?
Well, that sucked. As this was taking place, the National Assembly pressed onward. The National Assembly followed me to Paris. The Assembly attempted at solving financial issues by trying to sell church lands. Many bishops and priests opposed to this request. At another attempt, the Assembly completed its main task by producing a constitution. The Constitution set up a limited monarchy in place of absolute monarchy, which also sucked because it meant that if I did not have absolute monarchy, I would be nothing and the peasants would overcome my power. In this monarchy, the ruler had power to make laws, collect taxes, and decide which was going to occur with the wars. With this, lawmakers would be elected by tax-paying male citizens. The Constitution also compensated nobles for land seized by the peasants, abolished guilds, and forbade urban workers to organize labor unions. The Constitution summarily completed the revolution. With this, I attempted to escape from my captivity, in which I failed. After I failed my attempt, the King of Prussia and the Emperor of Austria, who was Marie Antoinette's brother, issued the Declaration of Pillnitz. In this document, the Emperor and the King threatened to intervene with the revolution to protect the French monarchy. They resulted in the War on Tyranny. The revolutionaries demanded a republic in which a government is not ruled by a monarch but by elected representatives. The war lasted from 1792 to 1815. I find that this series of corrupt events was not only destructively productive, yet educationally constructive. This relates to Herodotus preaching study the past to change the future. This further promoted the revolutionary changes resulting in the Enlightenment.